invited two exchange students to interview today, and I've also invited someone to help me interview. So, starting on my right is Sarah. She's helping me interview these lovely students who are Leah and Noor. Leah's from Portugal and Noor's from Morocco. So the first question I have is, how much did you know about American culture before you got here, and did it excite you that you were going to experience it firsthand?
Well, I will go. I knew about the American culture mostly from TV. Like, started watching American movies and trying to understand the language most. Like, the part that make me learn and interested in the American culture is the language in the first hand. So by starting looking for like courses online to learn the language and be fluent in English was the first motivation to learn about the American culture.
So for me, the motivation is a bit different. It's like I already knew a bit of the American culture by movies and magazines and TV shows, but mostly they were stereotypes. So it didn't really help that much. It's very different. But my main motivation for coming here is because this is a country for globalization, and you guys set the globalization trend. So I think that if you want to like understand the world well, you kind of have to understand this country. So that was my main motivation.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
Okay. When you came to America, were you shocked by the different way of life?
Well, a bit, but not as much as I thought I would be. Because I was afraid I was going to end up in like some fast food eating family, and that's not what happened. So it was a bit of a shock, like the fact that you guys, there are several things you guys do different, but other than that, it was okay. It was not too much of a shock.
Who were you with? Who's your family?
Simona, Miss Talos.
Oh.
Well, for me, it was a complete shock because what we hear about the stereotypes about American being like being fat and lazy and no offense, but this is what the world knows the most. So coming to here to break these stereotypes and learn about American culture was very good because, like, first of all, I was amazed about how much Americans are very like keen to learn about other cultures, especially in this area. Maybe it would be different in another area, but I don't know. And also how much they are very interested in sports, and this is the kind of things that I'm very, very, very impressed with, like how there are teams and the good sport spirit in the school and how people like make like races and stuff. It was very interesting, and I was interested in that, so that's why I joined the teams.
Do people communicate differently? For example, in Italy, people use their hands a lot to talk. That's like a stereotype.
Oh, yeah.
So,
It's a bit different, like the way we talk. It's like with more gestures, definitely. And like, I mean, not louder, but like, it looks like it's louder to me. People are just louder in their conversations and everything, I think.
Yeah, the same thing. And people in their conversation in Morocco, if you're in a bus and you're talking to someone, he will probably tell you his whole story of his life. So people are more open than here. And here, when you speak to someone, they're like kind of afraid, or like they like to stay in their own bubble. So it's not that easy to get to know people here, like in my country, I believe.
do you think that's just because it's high school?
Not really. but I try to like compare it to like speaking to people in like in a library or in a movie theater or in a market or in high school, but most of all people had the same reaction.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe.
I think it's a bit because it's high school, because sometimes people are so like like drawn inside themselves and worried about their things. They just have a harder time like communicating about it, because it's like you want to get to know them, but there's the language barrier, and also there's like the cultural barrier. So it's like people end up like being so drawn to themselves that some of them like they just don't really care about what you have to say. It's normal, but it's not everyone, right? So
Like our friend Shyanne, she's very keen to learn about our cultures. I really
And Sarah
appreciate
too,
and
she's
Sarah, yeah. It's like these simple like things that people do that show respect and your culture, even if it's not intentionally is that the word? Done, but yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So have you experienced anyone insulting you for your different way of life?
well, I had actually. It was kind of funny. Remember the Germans?
No.
So, but it wasn't even an American. It was a German. So like they know I live in Angola. So basically, you remember that?
I remember now.
Basically,
Oh.
there was the the store Banana Republic.
Yes.
So they came up to me and they said, you know how we call your country? Banana Republic. And then they asked me if I had a pet monkey.
That's very bad.
Ooh.
Really?
Oh.
Didn't you hear them?
I
I didn't know what to
only-
say. I was just like, okay, no, I don't have a pet monkey and I don't live in Banana Republic.
That's very bad.
Yeah, that was kind of offensive. But no Americans so far. No Americans.
I really like how Americans, even if they don't like insult people, they don't, because probably they're afraid or something, but I don't know. But I remember one of my friends who was in the US, she's an alumni, and she was telling us, well, she was saying that she was in her class, and then a boy said, oh, look, I believe her name was Layla, so he said, oh, Layla is a tourist, because she's a Muslim. So she was like, she didn't answer him, and she was very nice to him, even though he insulted her in front of her American class, and everyone was supportive to her. But at the end of like the quarter, the first one, he came to her and he gave her flowers, and he said that he apologized about being so mean, and he really see how she's very nice and how she reacted to him, and that changed his mind, and he started learning about the Islam and stuff, and it was very impressive how he was like, I do believe that your religion was misunderstood by me, and yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a sweet story.
That's really cool. What is your goal for attending a school in America? Like, what did you want to gain from coming here?
That's what I didn't understand in the first question, and I really
Like my main goal is like to really like immerse myself in the culture, like to really understand its way of living and like really make like a fair judgment of it. Also to speak English perfectly, that's one of the things too. That would be convenient, but like to really understand why your high school is the way it is, why it's like that. Also to like gain more team spirit and everything, because I think you guys are really good at that. Like you all have like your sports and like the teams, and I felt that a lot when I did cross country. There was like a team, and we just don't have that.
Yeah, the same thing. I would added that what motivated me when I first heard about the scholarship of YES program was like, oh, this is my opportunity to shine. Like, I didn't like to be like just competing in a small like zone to be like competing with people from the education part with people from Morocco specifically, but be like globally. So coming to America was like, okay, coming to America was like the way that will open the doors for me to like broaden my perspective and gain a better knowledge. But also, since the program is about like breaking the stereotypes about Muslim people and at the same time American people, so Muslim people come to America and at the same time the Americans go to these countries with Muslim population. So it was one of the main goals. And besides being perfect in English, the language that I like and I love actually, and what else? Yeah, and be a good ambassador of my country and leave a good outlook about the culture, the religion, and
Nice.
Yeah, we basically all want to be you. You too.
thank you. That's sweet.
That's awesome.
So, are there any aspects of American education you would bring back to your country, and would you want to have any part of your country's education brought to America?
Well, free college.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Oh my God.
I really, but for real, I really do think that free college, because I think it's a major step back, that it's so centered around the money.
Definitely.
So it really, I don't think that's good at all. And also, like, I like the way your classes are structured. You guys like get a broader approach of things, but I just feel like, not to be offensive or anything, I don't think you guys study enough.
I agree.
Compared to like my country, I just think we get a deeper understanding of things. Comparing to we don't get maybe understanding as many things as you guys do, but we get like a deeper one.
Mhm.
And also like the sports that I was talking about, and like also I think like extracurricular activities and like actually practical activities, like for example when they did like the Nicaraguan thing for the kids in my school, they just never like take the time to do extra things for the kids. It's all revolved around the classes, because all that matters is your grades and not other things. But here they take the time to actually like enrich your cultural background with other things and make you like how do I say this, make like a wider perspective of the world and let you be like educated in several different ways and not just classroom educated.
Yeah, I completely agree with Leah. I would like to add it that coming from a public school in my country wasn't the easiest thing. Like being in a public school in my country, you will notice the difference because you will have to work harder and seek for education by yourself and look for information and study harder and harder than in the private school where education is more structured and more strict. Being here and seeing how education is here, I was very impressed, but at the same time I didn't find that Americans challenge themselves a lot here, and the courses are very easy compared to what we have. Like we had this discussion before, right?
Yeah.
And like I mean I like it because not everyone has that ability to think that much and work very hard, but at the same time you want to like have more challenging classes, and that's what I think. And also I just admire how do you have like extra activities and curriculum, I don't know how to say that word, but yeah. And like drama club, interact, cooking club. Oh, and mentioning that how people can eat in classes.
Oh my god,
Like
I go
these
through that all the
small,
time.
yeah, these small details are very important, and how you can use your phone and Wi-Fi in school. In Morocco, if you were walking with your phone in the hallway, they will take it back and you will never see it again.
And if you get caught eating, you're in big trouble. You cannot eat in class. Which I think it's really bad, because when I'm hungry, that's all I think about.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. I will bring that to
Yeah.
bring the activities, bring the how like people can choose from their classes. Oh yeah, you have like huge amount of classes you can select.
Electives.
But
Yeah, and it's
I
very-
think that's the root of the problem too. The fact that you guys have so many classes doesn't let you guys go as deep in the classes as we go.
Yeah,
I think that's
probably
part
if
of the
it's like
root.
yeah, if it will be like a combination about the two in a more small way, it will be definitely the best educational system. And free colleges. Bring that to your college. Oh God.
Free college.
That
Yeah,
would be
right.
nice. That would be nice.
Is it mine? Okay.
Oh wait, one second. If I may interject something.
This is
Hello.
Ian.
Cameraman.
Cameraman's
He's
open.
videoing this.
Anyway, the thing about like the class selection, like the wide selection of classes means that like you can't go quite as deep. I think also part of that causing that might be that here RUHS we're just a really small school. So I mean like a much larger school have like more staff, they're able to teach more
Yeah.
classes.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
that's true.
there's my 2 cents.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was very, I really like public speaking and debating, so I was very, 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 very like excited to come to school and do it, but I didn't find it here, which is very bad.
Do you take any Mr. Kelman classes?
No,
His are like all
Debating.
Socratic seminar style.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like all debating.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
you
yeah,
should take one of his.
and Mr.
seminars.
Rainbow too, his way of teaching, it's all about debating, I kind of.
Also, you guys don't have philosophy in your courses.
Oh yeah, and that too.
That's important. I
Mhm.
think philosophy is really important for kids.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
We get that from our social, what is it called? Social studies and Mr. Rainville.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it would
But
be nice
not
to
a
have
club.
a
Right.
specific class.
Class
Yeah.
or club, yeah.
Do you have a philosophy club?
No, oh,
No.
you're talking about philosophy? Oh, I'm talking about debating. You see how much I love it?
No, we did have a debating club in we had it for like 1 year, but it didn't
2
go
years ago.
anywhere.
Mm,
It was sad.
that's
Yeah.
fine, yeah.
I was
And
on it.
dancing club too. Brenda.
We don't have that many kids to have like every single club though.
Small school, small school.
Okay, oh, you guys kind of said some stuff. What aspects of the American culture would you guys like to bring back to your home country? Like, top favorite things.
First of all, the sport spirit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the
And
top thing.
all the extracurricular activities that kids can do.
Third one is
The big sales, Cyber Monday. Love that.
no, it's a bad thing.
It was
No.
so good.
Don't do it.
I was like
Leah,
going
no.
crazy on it. My boots were $88 instead of $110. Tops.
That's not that good.
It's not
It was
that
good, Joe. For
No.
me, it was good. Because they were start by 135. On the site they were 110, and then I got to 88. So I was very happy about it. And they were North Face, so ooh.
It's good for a beginner. It's like beginner level savings.
Anyway.
Offensive. Somebody was offensive to me in my culture right now.
Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, probably the sport thing. It's the most important.
Yeah, like some like kids were very like open to like learn about our cultures and very like
Yeah.
eager to hear from them. That's important too. And I just sometimes I don't see that much in my country, so that was important.
I kind of like find it the opposite in Morocco since we live in diversity, like there are a lot of tourists and people like probably here are when I did a couple of presentations in the 7th, 8th graders, they were like very shy and they couldn't ask. They were like And after that, they came to me after the class and they were like, oh, we wanted to ask, but then we were like, what if I ask this question and my friend will be like, oh, why are you so dumb? Do you think there's lions in Morocco? And I'm like, it's fine, you just have to come and ask, it's completely fine. And they were a little bit shy, a little bit afraid, which is not the case in Morocco. People will come to you and ask whoever they want and know. And they will invite you to their house and you will eat and you will probably sleep even if they don't know who are you. It's like very funny. Yeah.
Just come to my house and
Oh
have
yeah,
dinner.
come to Morocco. It's cool.
Wait, so are there lions in Morocco? No? Okay. I don't...
In the zoo?
Okay.
Okay, so is there anything else you want to add that I didn't ask, or anything important, or?
Oh yeah, I mean, I will add it about like how the exchange programs are very important in breaking the walls between the countries and like building bridges instead of walls. So it's very important to pay attention to these kind of things. And
Right.
yeah, and like, thank you, Shyanne, for inviting us here and letting
Thank you.
us
Thank you, Shyanne.
say
Thank you.
our words. We're very willing to help you in any other stuff.
Well, thanks. Thanks
And
You're
thank you for letting me come do this
Thank you,
instead of work
Sarah,
during
for
my study
being-
hall.
Well, thank you all for helping. It was good to have people who are willing to help.
Yay,
You're
girls
welcome.
do international cooperation.
And a guy too.
And
Sit
and
in
thank
next to
you,
camera.
thank you, cameraman.
Now it's my turn to interview.
Sorry.
What are your views on peanut butter?
Oh my god.
I
Maple syrup.
Chunky
Why
or
do you
creamy?
have pumpkin in everything? Why do you have cinnamon?
Why so much
in
cinnamon?
everything?
well, cinnamon is good.
I love cinnamon.
No, Shara, she was from Indonesia and she was here last year, but she went back because she
She's
graduated.
actually in Japan.
Yeah, she's in Japan now. And going
She
to
wasn't an
college.
exchange student, she lived here.
Oh, okay.
We're getting into too much detail. We have to go quickly. There's only 3 minutes.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Are you on tape?
Yeah.
She's getting another memory card anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, so, and she said that in Indonesia, cinnamon was like on meats and stuff and not on like sweet foods. And she's like, everything is so sweet here. And like using cinnamon in sweet things was really weird because it was usually on like savory things in Indonesia, which I thought was really weird.
Yeah, it's kind of
Because
weird.
Oh yeah,
We
and
don't do
you
that.
Americans think that what is it called? Tuna pizza.
Tuna pizza is so good. It's the best pizza
I
I've ever
don't-
had in my life.
I don't know. I've never had tuna.
We have to make a tuna pizza, for real. Like, because everyone doubts me.
I mean,
Whenever I say tuna pizza, everyone's like, ew, gross.
usually I eat whatever my grandpa catches, which is like flounder. But yeah, I don't eat tuna. Tuna to me is just like the picked apart pieces like in the can, which like all I can think of is like cats eating it. Like
So
I can
good.
picture like eating it. I don't know. It's
love
just
tuna.
weird to me. And on pizza is very weird.
No, it's the
only,
best.
The only things that should be on pizza is cheese, pepperoni.
I don't
No
like
pepperoni. It's the worst.
You can have it without pepperoni, but like that's the only thing that should be
No,
on pizza.
Tuna is the only
different
thing that
kinds
should
of
be on pizza. Tuna.
tuna.
Tuna. It's so good, right, Norm?
I don't know. It's
Very,
like
very
fish is like a different texture.
Have you
though,
ever
than I'm
had
used to.
seafood pizza?
Yeah, like prawn pizza.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I've never had prawns. Are they good? What
It's
are
just
they
shrimp.
like? Oh,
So good.
But I don't know, don't they taste different?
No.
The prawn's bigger?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's really good.
Just so I know I'm thinking of the right thing. What were you asking? Pumpkin and everything?
oh yeah. Yeah, pumpkin in it.
That's just because it's fall. Pumpkin is like a fall
No.
thing.
It's in everything.
Avocado is a fruit. Avocado is a fruit. It's not a vegetable. Everyone's like putting avocado on their sandwiches. That is so weird. That's like putting apple on your sandwich.
Some people do that here too.
Yeah, why can't you have apple on sandwiches?
What?
We want to wrap it up.
Well, I
We're
don't
just
know.
talking.
It's like a
But still.
health thing.